Hello everyone, I'm Twist.
I'm Elena.
This is Canadian Daily News on Odyssey, Rumble, and YouTube. Um, Today we're going to be taking a look at the scientific facts behind adrenaline and what adrenaline can transform into adrenochrome. The theory is that people are being terrified to produce adrenochrome in the human body. Now, of course, it's denied on Google and Brave and AI, and no matter what I do on that sense, if I try to get the program to address that could be happening, the response is, it's just a crazy conspiracy theory. Alright, I don't like that term. That's just designed to dismiss things. Could there be an overarching conspiracy of this happening? Potentially. I'll let the symbolism play in the background while we read this stuff. And also going to show you that for the people who try to say that it's not real, it does not exist, as we're reading this stuff, you're going to see the slides that you can purchase adrenochrome, synthetic or real. And that's another hole that I'm having trouble finding information on, is who makes it. There's no they won't outright admit who manufactures it. And that's bizarre, because it's clearly being made. But by whom?
Yeah. It's pretty wild that you even see several sites or links where it's available, but yeah. The heck? I don't know, just the fact that they kept the manufacturer hidden, or manufacturers.
We will start with what I know, and that is the EpiPen. I have very minor first aid training, and the EpiPen is an auto injector used for the emergency treatment of
Anaphylaxis, a severe and potentially life-threatening allergic reaction.
It delivers a measured dose of epinephrine, also known as adrenaline,
which acts quickly to reverse symptoms such as throat swelling, difficulty breathing, and dangerous drops in blood pressure.
What they put in an EpiPen is actually synthetic adrenaline. But the reason why I'm bringing that up is because when I had my first aid training, I remember reading on the EpiPen that the EpiPen adrenaline can oxidize once it expires and become adrenochrome. And in fact,
epinephrine in an EpiPen can oxidize into adrenochrome, but this requires the drug to be exposed to air or light, and typically only occurs if the device is damaged, expired, or improperly stored.
burping. Chemical process. When epinephrine solution deteriorates due to exposure to air or light, it turns pink from oxidization into adrenochrome and brown from the formation of melanin. It's real. It's real. Adrenochrome is real. Okay? It's real. Adrenochrome
is a chemical compound produced by the oxidation of adrenaline, epinephrine, and has been studied for its potential effects on mental health, particularly in relation to schizophrenia. It is not a controlled substance and has no proven medical use.
So they say. And just reaffirming. Wait, am I in the right folder? Yes, okay. So again, I did this search Adrenochrome across Brave and LibreWolf and Google. So it says here, and this would be LibreWolf, reconfirming adrenochrome is a chemical compound produced by the oxidization of adrenaline. It has been studied for its potential effects on mental health, particularly in relation. So it just repeats what Elena read. Okay, can adrenaline oxidize in blood? Elena?
Adrenaline can be oxidized in the body to form a compound called adrenochrome. This oxidation process occurs both in vivo, within the body, and in vitro, outside the body.
Does fear produce adrenaline in the blood? Fear produces epinephrine, adrenaline, in the blood by triggering the adrenal glands. This is where the conspiracy comes into play. By the adrenal glands to release the hormone into the bloodstream as part of the fight or flight response.
Adrenaline can oxidize inside the body to form adrenochrome, a chemical compound that results from the oxidation of adrenaline, although this process was historically theorized to contribute to schizophrenia despite lacking scientific confirmation.
So, adrenochrome causes you to trip balls? Because I'd say anyone who has schizophrenia is tripping hard if it's not real. If the voices are not real, then they're tripping balls, right?
Yeah.
But, again, the science behind that, there's been cases of schizophrenics sharing the same hallucinations. So, how could it possibly be just a hallucination if it's the exact same? Does fear increase oxygen intake, right? Because this is where it's going, right? Like, people claim they're using fear to scare the shit out of people to produce adrenochrome and extract it from them by either removing their gland or their blood. So does fear increase oxygen intake? Yes, fear increases oxygen intake when the brain's amygdala detects a threat. It triggers the fight or flight response,
causing the respiratory rate to rise and small airways in the lungs to open wider to maximize oxygen absorption. This physiological shift ensures that oxygen-rich blood is rapidly pumped to the muscles and vital organs to prepare the body for immediate action.
Oh my gosh. Consequently, fear-induced hyperventilation or rapid breathing directly leads to an increase in blood oxygen levels and overall oxygen intake. So, does the body produce adrenochrome? Yes. Does oxygen increase the level of adrenaline in the body? Yes. Does fear increase the level of oxygen being intaked into the body? Yes. So, is it possible that they are using fear to intimidate their slaves to increase adrenochrome output and harvest that? Absolutely probable. Terrifyingly probable. And I dislike that all this stuff coming out, it's so doom pill and black pill, but I don't have any answers. And trying to figure out where this stuff is manufactured, where it's processed, how it's delivered. I'll put some screenshots up. Like, there's a global market for it, but then when I try to find out where the foundation of that global market is, there's no information. So they're hiding how it's being made. I would have found that.
Yeah, and you gotta ask yourself, if they weren't doing anything wrong, why would they hide how it's done?
The cop out from the cope from online is that it's made in small batches in private labs. What the fuck does that mean? And all this stuff I just reported on comes straight from the NIH's website, ResearchGate. Okay? So those are supposed to be the most reputable sources online. And you can look this all up for yourself. And I really encourage you to. I really do.
The claim of adrenochrome, real or synthetic, being manufactured in small batches in a lab doesn't say whether or not it
how it's made.
Yeah, it doesn't tell you anything.
You know, doesn't tell you anything.
Yeah.
How about Trent Reznor pointing at the kid there saying you are the perfect drug, and then the imagery of the bottles and shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're just crazy, right? I really wish I had the answers on how to stop this if it's true. And I really, really, really want more substantiation that it's happening. I don't think that's too much to ask. I would like to have solid proof that it's happening. Could they be terrorizing children in adrenochrome factories and harvesting their blood? How do we stop it? How do we stop it? That's without going on a witch hunt. Because we don't want to go on a witch hunt. We don't want to just accuse anybody and everybody of this. We want solid proof.
People talk about the movie Monsters, Inc. and harvesting the kids' fear to power.
The movie's totally about adrenochrome.
Yeah, to power the land of the monsters or whatever. And if they tell you shit in movies, I don't know. It's horrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really close to what could be happening. And then you talk about it, they're like, no, you're just crazy. You're just crazy conspiracy theorist. But oxygen increases when you are afraid. And it makes sense when you are afraid that you are producing adrenaline. And if you increase oxygen, the adrenaline will produce more, and then will produce more adrenochrome. It's just, that's science. And adrenochrome is a fundamental byproduct of your biology. Adrenaline, as well, is fundamental to your biology. And to deny that is just like the left denying male and female, but then making everything about gender. What? You're just denying scientific facts at that point.
Yep.
Wish I had the answers in this one. We need to find the proof that people are doing this. Let's look. Collectively, let's look. Let's stop looking away from these atrocities. I'm Twist.
And I'm Elena.
Thank you all for watching and listening. This is Canadian Daily News on
Odyssey,
Rumble,
and
YouTube. Keep rocking
in the
unfree
bizarro world.